today, January 24th, 2022. Good to have you here, my friends. If you're a subscriber, you're my VIP. I want to encourage you today to keep your faith, stay happy, be optimistic. Don't allow yourself to get weighed down with worry and anxiety about rising food costs, rising gas costs, the current COVID surges, and what the news says about the Ukraine conflict. These things will come and go. God's got this. God holds the future in his hands. In fact, in God's perspective, there is no time. There is no past, present, and future. All time is one in God's perspective. And God knows exactly how things will unfold in end time prophecies. So keep your faith. Keep believing in God. Believing in God makes sense. Faith in God is actually backed by science and logic. Right now, fewer than half of scientists in the US are atheists. Now, there are a lot of atheist scientists compared with the general public, but scientists who are atheists are not the majority of scientists in the US. Again, fewer than half of all US scientists are atheists. Atheist scientists have never been the majority of scientists, at least in the US. So believing in God really makes sense. Many of the great scientists who gave us some of the greatest scientific discoveries were passionate believers in God. Johannes Kepler was a German astronomer, mathematician, and astrologer. He was a key figure in the 17th century scientific revolution. And he said, I wanted to become a theologian. That means somebody who studies the topic of God and the Bible. He said, for a long time, I was restless. Now, however, behold how through my effort, God is being celebrated in astronomy. God needed Johannes Kepler to be an astronomer and astrologer, not a theologian or minister. But he was a key figure in the scientific revolution and is best known for his 3 laws of planetary motion. Most of the key figures in the scientific revolutions were passionate believers in God. Now, atheists and skeptics will say, well, yeah, back then, sure, all those scientists were Christians. Back then, everyone was. Yeah, these guys like Kepler or Louis Pasteur or Sir Isaac Newton, they don't give the impression that they were just religious to go along with society. I mean, Louis Pasteur said, the more I study nature, the more I stand amazed at the work of the Creator. I pray, he said, while I am engaged at my work in the laboratory. That's not somebody who was a nominal Christian, who was just religious to go along with society, or somebody who simply went to church to make his wife happy. He was a passionate Christian. So was Sir Isaac Newton. So science actually embraces and loves God. Again, fewer than half of scientists are atheists. So stand firm in your faith. Don't back down. Rejoice in the Lord always, as Paul said while he was under house arrest in Philippians 4. Just keep on rejoicing, be happy, keep your faith. Never allow the loud mouths to make you feel like believing in God is not scientific or not backed by scientific discovery. Never allow the skeptics, the atheists, the agnostics to intimidate or bully us believers into thinking that believing in God doesn't make sense. It's illogical, it's irrational, far from it. Trusting in God, trusting in the Creator is rational, logical, and backed by science. So rejoice today. Have an awesome Monday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Have an awesome day. Keep your faith. Stay positive. God's got this. And as long as you keep your faith and obey God in every area of your life, God's got your back. Thanks for watching, and God bless.